Welcome into another episode of Ciderhaus out here on the street. We are asking college age students today, what is the number one trait they are looking for in a romantic partner? Let's get into it. All right, who am I here with?
Allie.
What is your name?
My name's Kate.
Who am I here with?
David Albertazzi.
Allie, what is the number one thing you are looking for in a partner?
Being able to give time and attention. Yeah.
Is that a non-negotiable?
Yeah, because if you don't have time and you're just kind of there for sex, then what's the point?
Probably someone that makes you a priority, wants them a big part of your life.
If you had someone that wasn't making you a priority and making you number one, would you be pretty turned off by that?
Yeah, probably.
Well, thankfully I found it with my lovely girlfriend, Jillian. But I would have to say honesty and communication, transparent communication, if I had to pick one thing.
Have you experienced a relationship where you haven't had that?
Absolutely.
How'd that relationship end?
Not well.
What have you dealt with someone that hasn't made you number one priority before?
Yes.
How long did that relationship last?
6 months.
What made you stay so long? Or was that were you the whole time you were kind of skeptical or?
I feel like things changed over time. So it was more priority in the beginning and then not as much over time.
So sometimes it just kind of fizzles out a little bit. All right, who am I here with?
My name is Sister Jones.
Alyssa, Callie, Eva.
Sister Jones, what is the number one trait you are looking for in a romantic partner?
The number one trait for me is good communication skills. If he can't communicate, we can't have a relationship because you can't have a relationship if you don't communicate with someone. So,
Have you dealt with that in the past, someone with bad communication skills?
yes, I have.
How did that end up?
Did not end up at all. Nothing happened. So, that's
Did the relationship it didn't even take off?
didn't even take off. He couldn't talk.
I think they need to be a provider and not let me be the man in the relationship.
Yeah, I feel like traditionally men expect me to pay for everything just because I come from a little more money than them.
Yeah, I
Honestly, somebody that I can trust. I think trust is huge.
So if you can't trust someone, that relationship's probably over, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So if you go on a first date and he wants to go 50-50, what's your reaction?
That's fine, but traditionally I'm paying for all of it.
You've paid for most of your dates in the past.
So yeah. It's just we're from the same small town, and so people know our last names, and then they're like, oh yeah, your parents have money so you can pay, but that's not the case for either of us.
All right, who am I here with?
Kobe.
All right, what's your name?
I'm Chris.
Chris, what's the number one thing you are looking for in a romantic partner?
I think honesty is the key of any relationship. Trust is a big thing. So I think romantically, you got to have honesty.
Number one thing I would say in a romantic partner is stability. That's what I think I look for.
Have you been in relationships where you haven't had stability in the past?
Yes.
Is it ruin it?
Yes.
Have you had relationships before where honesty or trust was a bit of a problem?
Yeah, I think everybody has.
Yeah.
I mean, romantically or otherwise. But yeah, I think everybody's had those kind of relationships.
You think it ruins a relationship the second that trust is gone?
I mean, I think there's certain things that break it clean off. And then there's other things that's we can work on that. And they did wrong, but you can see where it's not necessarily a relationship ending thing.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, man. Have a great day.